stand.
So I don't know if you do any work anymore.
I haven't seen you forever.
Stand.
Yeah, no, wrestling.
Yeah.
Probably the last.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Or football, maybe.
Is it that pile right there?
If you want to take that pile, or you can take that farther pile, the bigger one.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? The one under the,
That one over there.
yeah. But if you want to take this little pile, you can take that too. I'd be happy if it were gone.
For burning.
What?
I thought you wanted that for burning.
No, we want the long one down there for burning.
Okay, so these two piles we can have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of wood.
Yeah, and every year more comes down, so
Okay.
we don't feel like we're going to run out from years.
Need for the Farrier, huh?
Yeah.
That's always good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim.
How's it been?
Good, how about you?
Well, running like a madman.
I was going to say, how many people did you have to reschedule on Friday and Monday?
Everybody.
Oh, no.
Except for one.
Oh.
So I had 11 horses booked in, and everybody, multiple stops, you know,
Yeah.
and multiple horses at a couple of these stops, but the
Oh.
only one that didn't reschedule was a one-horse stop.
Oh. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Can't you be the one that does reschedule?
Right.
Oh.
So, anyway, yeah. Got them put into next week, a little bit this week, here and there.
Well, that's good. I mean, at least, you know, it sucks to have to reschedule, but it wasn't exactly weather to be out in either.
No, you know, I made it okay, but a lot of the people, you know, going to a boarding barn or something.
Yeah.
They got those small vehicles, you know, and
Yeah, they're not
a
getting
couple of those
through.
roads weren't plowed.
Yep.
It would have been trouble.
Yeah. Because, see, Friday was nice. We went out for wine that, stand girl. We went out for wine that night. And then Saturday we had a service dog event in Northfield.
Oh.
Well, a friend and I needed to be in Salem, Wisconsin by 8:15 the next morning.
Yeah.
And of course, the whole week we've been watching said weather, like, what do we do? What do we do?
Well, they
What do we
really hyped it. And it was
They
bad
did.
enough, but not as bad as what they said.
do? Yeah, so like,
But yeah.
so I think it was Saturday afternoon. It looked like, okay, it's gonna come later. It's gonna go more north. We'll go ahead and we'll go. So
Right.
we left at about 11 o'clock Saturday night. Drove all the way to Salem, Wisconsin. Got there at 5:30 in the morning. We had to be at the other site by 8:15, so we were up around 7:30. During the day, we were checking back at home. Yeah, we did not sleep at all. We should have.
Yeah.
We kept checking throughout the day back home, asking everybody, like, how's the roads, how's the weather? And at one point, we got the report of, oh, it looks like it's fizzling out. Nothing's going to happen. You guys will be fine coming home.
Sure.
And so, and the facility that we were at, they kept checking with us because everybody else was from Wisconsin and Illinois, so nobody else was dealing with what we were potentially coming into. And they're like, you know, we want to try to get you guys out of here if we can, and you know, all that. Well, you know, when we heard that it was going to fizzle out, we're like, we're not as worried about it. So sounds like it's going to fizzle out.
No biggie.
You know, no big deal. We got done at 4:30, and our goal was, the whole time we had said, just in case everybody's wrong, if we could make it to La Crosse, like, then because the one gal had a meeting at 11 on Monday morning. Well, being at La Crosse made it possible for her to go to work easier than if we were further out.
Yeah.
We get to right outside of Toma, the 55-50 whatever split.
Yeah.
And both of our GPSs were trying to reroute us, and we're like, this is strange, like, this doesn't make any sense. So we both ignored it.
Closed road?
Dead stop traffic.
From a crash, or
No.
they closed down a road? You know, a lot of times it's,
Yeah.
shut down.
Yeah.
You know.
It wasn't that, but the road was really, really rough, and so what we figured is there must have been an accident, and by the time we got
Way
through
up
it,
there.
it had cleared, but because everybody was sitting there, all the exhaust and everything formed crappy shit on the road. So we pull into Toma, and we're like, well, do we try to go, or do we just call it? And we're looking at Minnesota, and it's like, that I-90 was going between rain and snow, and we're like, well, it can't be that bad for roads then, because if it's getting rain, there's got to be enough warm temperature. There's just got to be snow just enough that it's wet and heavy, but doable.
Right.
So we're like, okay, well we'll head to La Crosse, we'll stop in La Crosse and make the decision. So we went to La Crosse, made the decision that we were so close to home, we were just gonna push through.
Yeah.
In La Crosse, it was just light snowflakes, it wasn't a big deal.
bad,
They
yeah.
get fluffy.
Kind of down low there. They're
Yeah.
a little protected.
Yep. And when we first got into Minnesota, it was not bad.
Yeah.
But then as you went, partially snow covered, but still passable.
Right.
Get to Rochester, and we're like, well, we're so close to home. The roads have been passable, not great, but doable.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, well, we'll push towards home. Yep, we should have just either stayed in La Crosse or Wisconsin.
Uh-oh.
Stopped there, because guess who had not followed the roads?
Really.
Goodhue County had not been
Goodhue?
out yet.
You got
Yep.
that far, kind of?
We got to the line of Goodhue and whatever Rochester is, and you could just see the difference in the roads. And I'm
Pine Island, probably, or just south of Pine
Yep.
Island, I think.
Yep, and we're
Oh,
like,
my.
oh my God, this sucks.
That is a bad stretch.
It is, but it never got better.
Like Zumbrota there kind of seems to be the epicenter.
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah.
turns to crap.
It does. It was horrible. There was, you couldn't even see the road. I mean, when there was no traffic around, both of us were in the middle lane. And honestly, once we hit Minnesota, most of the traffic going towards Rochester and then north was pretty non-existent.
Oh,
There were people going the other ways, but
really?
yeah.
Oh.
So we're like, okay, we're just gonna drive down the middle of the road.
Yeah,
And by now
I would.
we're exhausted. I mean, I think I was at the point where I probably shouldn't have been driving, but I was.
Yeah.
They turned off at 9 to go over to Northfield.
Oh, sure.
And you know where the big hill on Solon Valley is?
Yeah, yep.
They got to the last house near there, and middle of the hill you can see a plow truck, a tow truck, and a couple of squad cars just sitting there.
Uh-oh.
And nobody's moving. Nothing's going on. Nobody's looking at these two who are sitting there trying to figure out, what are we going to do? Well, from what we think happened is, I'm betting there was a car that was trying to go up the hill, lost traction, and slid back into the plow. The plow can't move at this point, because if he moves, the car's just going to keep sliding with him. But the plow probably can't push the car forward either, because he's going to damage it.
Yeah.
And they were probably trying to figure out how to get the tow truck to get the guy out of there so they could get moving. So they ended up turning around, coming back all the way here to 24 and taking 24 across.
They were able to turn around. That's sometimes really dicey on slopes and stuff.
Well, that's why they stopped at that last house.
Oh, up on top.
They were, I think, at the bottom.
Oh, down at the bottom.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
so I think they stopped there so that they knew, okay, if we have to turn around, we can.
Yeah, we got the capability.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, I think I got here at 1:30, and I sat on the phone until they were home at 2 just to make sure we had all made it home safely. The other girl had to go to work on Monday. I at least worked from here. No, I took the day. I ended up taking the day off. I was like 1:30 in the morning. I texted my boss. I'm like, taking a day off tomorrow. I'd be worthless even if I came in.
Wore out.
Yeah. Then that night we had the Taste of Hastings, so we're both there. We're still exhausted.
Yeah, that was on, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm like, we did not plan this well. Let's not do this again.
Well, Cristobal wasn't working that day,
Yeah.
that week.
Yeah.
Shoot, what do you do?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if we had only known, we probably would have. But you know,
You don't know.
nope. And I mean, we had an adventure. We had fun. We'll never forget that trial.
Yeah.
Bonnie, this is that one that's
Yeah,
more sore. Yeah.
Down low.
Easy. There.
Easy.
That's a good girl. Sounds like it's going to be in the 60s next week.
Somebody told me even 70s
Oh, wow.
by the end of the week.
Dang.
Wow. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm not going to complain.
That's all right.
I'm so tired of this cold and
Yeah, windy.
snow and wind.
Oh,
Yeah,
that always gets me ticked off.
yeah.
It's just hard to fight.
It is. You just get so tired of it. I mean, the cold's not any fun, but at least you can put some layers on and you can get
Yeah.
semi-comfortable, and then,
Yeah.
but yeah, the wind is not. especially since this year we've had such a mild winter, everybody was just ready for it to be done, and then to
Yeah,
have the last snow.
that's the
Yeah.
kick in the butt is going back to a
Exactly.
cold and snowy. And,
Yeah, miserable existence.
really? Now?
Yeah.
I'm done
Hey.
with it.
Oh. Yep. Oh.
You're
Well, and by then everything had kind of dried out. Now we're getting that mud again. I'm like,
yeah.
seriously?
Yeah, it was dang dry.
Yeah. It was so nice.
Starting to get cracks in the dirt.
Yep.
I mean, we needed moisture.
We do. Yep.
Just would have been, I'd have been happier with rain, I guess.
Me too.
than Snow.
Yep. Yeah. Hey,
Oh, jeez.
hey, you, stop. Be nice. You're the nice one.
You're the nice one.
Oh,
Almost, hang on.
Almost done. You got this. When you said you're gonna be a little late, I was like, okay, I'm gonna brush her out. So she's nice and nice looking. Charmer is not.
Oh,
I'm just running in now.
Doesn't matter to me, but there's been a lot of that.
Yeah.
Everybody, shaggy, muddy.
Yeah. I mean, she was like coming off in clumps. I'm like, I've got hair all. I'm like, this is not gonna be fun for Tim. Let's get you kind of cleaned up. I got her a little wet. Him, at least he's just dirty.
Yeah, I had my flannel on this morning. Pretty ugly.